Dear Class 5 students, today we will be doing Chapter 2, A Rupee Goes a Long Way, written by Ruskin Bond. Before coming to the chapter, let's learn about the writer. Ruskin Bond is an Indian writer who has played a very important role in the growth of children's literature in India. Most of his writing is influenced by life in the hill stations at the foothills of the Himalayas, where he spent his childhood. Now coming to the chapter, A Rupee Goes a Long Way. Ranji had a 1 rupee coin, so he made his way to the Jamna sweet shop, tossed a coin on the counter and asked for a rupee's worth of jalebis. What we learn in the first paragraph is, there was a little boy named Ranji. He had a 1 rupee coin. And what did he do with this 1 rupee coin? He went to the Jamna sweet shop. He tossed a coin on the counter and then he was asking for a rupee's worth of jalebis. Do you know jalebis? Jalebis is an Indian sweets shaped like a coil that are fried and soaked in sugar syrup. Jalebis nahet nuvam jalebis tu hotel like zu ho kuna coil ta banga ho khu chaw ho jalebis atlum. Ranji hin ama hin jengkhat coin hi ani in tin cha ma hin pibol tam tile jalebis ani anum ze a hi ama hi Jamna sweet shop kiti khatna hi chi a cha chu jalebi chu aga ki chu ta cha. The shopkeeper looked at the coin carefully. That coin's no good, he said. Now when Ranji tossed the coin on the counter, what did the shopkeeper say? He was looking at the coin and then he said that the coin is no good. Okay, are you sure? Ranji asked. When the shopkeeper said that the coin is no good, Ranji had a doubt. Ranji chun shopkeeper pa in coin chu aphatapoi ati phatna chu Ranji chun ipi say tam. Are you sure? Ati chu ata ta ham ati cha. And what did the shopkeeper say? These coins went out of use long ago. It isn't old enough to be valuable and it isn't new enough to buy anything. Cha chu shopkeeper pa chun ipi say hichi coins hi hichi sum hi so na patna ki mangtalo hi ati cha ma hin. And what did Ranji do? Ranji shrugged, took the coin back and turned on the road. Shopkeeper pa chun coin hi ki mangtapo yeti phatna chu Ranji chun ipi bol ta ama hin a coin chu kile la ana, and then he turned onto the road. He went back. All right. Soon Ranji was wandering through the bazaar when he heard a familiar voice behind him. Where are you going, Ranji? Cha chu Ranji chun pi bol ta ama hin coin an kila a kile phana hi bazara hi wale le ita chna wandering through the bazaar ti chu wale le ta bazara hi ama hin iti azata he heard a familiar voice iti tingle chun o aza kha na mi o aza kha khan hi anja ta chu cha chu ipian hum ki sayam. Where are you going, Ranji holai na chi deham hum ki ti aita cha. It was Mohinder Singh, Ranji's friend. In one hand, Mohinder held a homemade fishing rod. I'm not going anywhere, said Ranji. Where are you going? Koiha mahin kovachu Ranji chu Mohinder Singh. Aloipa na Ranji loipa Mohinder Singh hin Ranji chu hin kova holai na chi gun ham ati intin hile. Ranji chun I am not going anywhere. Himachan ka chi gu pui ati chuna. Mohinder chun ipi achoyam akhut na chu ma hin fishing rod. Fishing rod na het nuvam. Nga kimat na kuna nga koi ti daham ihopawa chichu akichoya cha chu humai chu cha hi Ranji yong chun ale do ta chu. Where are you going, Mohinder? Ati chana. I'm not going, I've been, Mohinder said. I was fishing in the canal all morning. When Ranji asked Mohinder where he had been, how did Mohinder replied? He replied that he had been going for fishing in the canal. Okay. Ranji stared at the fishing rod. Will you lend it to me? He asked. You will only lose it or break it, Mohinder said. But I don't mind selling it to you, 2 rupees. As I said, Mohinder was holding a homemade fishing rod. Okay. So Ranji stared at this fishing rod and he asked Mohinder to lend him. Understand? Ipisayam Ranji chun Mohinder ko ma chu na fishing rod na nangakoi nahi neiman sa deham ati chuna. And what did Mohinder said? Mohinder said that you will only lose or break it. Naman na hichi ngakoi nahi nasu yong nasu ke mai thei hilowal naman zong naman sa mai thei heti ati hu mohinder in aseita cha but I don't mind selling it to you ti cha mohinder chin ipi sayam ahi wangin ken nangkoma kazu ding chu ka sapoi ati cha na and for how much did he want to sell? He want to sell it for 2 rupees. Okay, I've got 1 rupee, said Ranji, but it's an old one. The sweet seller would not take it. When Mohinder said that he wanted to sell the fishing rod for 2 rupees, Ranji said he got only 1 rupee. Understand? But that 1 rupee, as I said earlier, was an old one, which the sweet seller would not take it. Ranji ni pisay taam ken cheng khat coin bo kanayin ahi wanga hi cheng khat coin ni alui hi ti chuna tinglet jalebi zo pa sweet seller ti chu mithai zo pa jong chun adei lo de he ala lo de he ti chu. Please let me see it, said Mohinder. He took the coin and looked it over. I don't suppose it's worth much, but my uncle collects old coins. Give it to me and I'll give you the rod. Ranji in ken cheng khat bu kanayin chong chu alui he ti wanga chu Mohinder chun ipi sayam ipi bolam. Mohinder chun coin chu ala ta chuna 1 rupee coin. He looked it over avet nintin ipi sayam. I don't suppose it's worth much, but my uncle hopo ye hi 1 rupee coin alui hi jong le ka uncle ti chu uncle ti la apu jong hi mai theina apalin ho jong hi mai the ma ho chun ipi aboletiam ka uncle coin alui ho na sum alui ho khu collect a ball zi a whole home zi give it to me and I'll give you the rod. Nangin nei pitan sum chana ting like ken fishing rod ka lepi dit kapi de heti cha. And what did Ranji said? All right, said Ranji, happy to make the exchange. He took the fishing rod, waved goodbye to Mohinder and set off. Now after exchanging that old rupee coin with the fishing rod, Ranji waved goodbye to Mohinder and then he went off. Okay. After some time, a truck came along. Ranji knew the driver and waved and shouted to him until he stopped. Will you take me to the river? Ranji asked. I'm going fishing. Climb up in the back, the driver said. After Ranji waved goodbye to Mohinder, a truck came along and then as Ranji knew the driver, he waved to the driver and shouted to him to stop. Okay. When the driver stopped, Ranji asked, please take me to the river. I am going fishing. Nethevam ama Mohinder to ki ho chai hon phatna chu truck khan hi hungai chuna gari khan hi hungin tin chu Ranji chun driver pa cha he je a cha ma hina gari cha kham ta chuna kham min tin cha chi pisai tam river ana vadunga nei puyo ngamana ka chi di he atile cha driver pan ipisayam climb up in the back anung langa khunna hungkal to vin ti ta cha. Now Ranji climbed into the back of the open truck. Soon he was watching the road slide away from him. In a while, the truck stopped near the riverbed. Ranji got down, thanked the driver, and began walking along the bank. It was the dry season, and the river was just a shallow, muddy stream. Ranji walked up and down without finding water deep enough for the smallest of fish. No wonder Mohinder let me have his rod, he muttered, and with a shrug he turned back. Now after reaching the river atun hon phatna chu, what happened? Ranji found that the river was just as shallow. Tidan chu hichipet lai ta chu dry season kitile guzu lo lai hi je achuna Ranji chun ipiamu ta badung chu ana gota na ting le tui ho jong chu ana hlom ta and then nga ho fish ho dinga tui chu hlom dan chu nga lo dan chu nga neu cha khat mat na ding mat di jong lo wai ta chu cha chu episode ta ama hin Mohinder in hiji fishing rod ap hina lungdan na di hi poi atia ma yong chun cha chu hungkile ki nei ta cha. It was a long hot walk back to the bazaar. There were ripe mangoes on the trees and Ranji tried to get at a few of them with the tip of the fishing rod, but they were well out of reach. He thought again of the jalebis that he had not been able to buy. Now after coming back from the river, Ranji was once again walking back to the bazaar. Understand? And then he was thinking of the jalebis that he wanted to buy. Alright. He had reached a few scattered houses when he saw a boy playing a flute. Flute na hadnuvam, flute, flute iti tingle eho pawa chu theile ti dehamna lima ki musa banga hi goa ki simna ki mezia tingle ki munji chu flute hi. In the stillness of the hot afternoon, the flute made a cheerful sound. Ranji stopped walking. The boy stopped playing. The boy had his eye on Ranji's fishing rod. Ranji had his eye on the flute. Been fishing? Asked the flute player. Yes, Ranji said. Did you catch anything? No, said Ranji. I didn't stay very long. There was a long silence. Then Ranji said, It's a good rod. This is a good flute, said the boy. Now after some time, Ranji reached a few scattered houses when he saw a boy playing a flute. Amat wadunga pana hungkile azowa chipi bol tam telama bazara hungkita chana bazara wa le a jalebis ho cho agialin tin cha hi ipiamu tam tile chapang khatna a boy playing a flute to ka sei banga cho theile na music ginna thei amut khat hi amu intin cha hi ama hin ipi bol tam Ranji he stopped walking chom khat kinga intin cha chu ama kinga phatna chu even the boy stopped playing chapang pa yong chuna hi chi flute amu chu kinga ita chuna cha hi the boy had his eye on Ranji's fishing rod chapang pa chun Ranji anga koina chuna a fishing rod so a vet jing and then Ranji had his eye on the flute cha chu Ranji yong chun hi chi thaile chulana music kimut ging chu a vet chapang pa in fishing rod a vet na Ranji in a flute a vet so ti a chi ki vet to hanjing hele cha chu flute player chapang pa chun ipi seita am ngamana na chi ham been fishing ati chana ngamana na chi ham tile Ranji in e ati chana yes ati cha chu did you catch anything tilnan matnam nganan matnam tile Ranji in no ati ta na azi chi pidinga nga mat lo ham tile badunga changa nganew chakhat umna dinga jong badung chu ana gowalai chu na chi ji a chunga kha cha mat talo cha hi Ranji chun ipi seita I didn't catch anything I didn't even stay there for long atile cha chu there was a long silence na cha chama te ni chu chom kha se ni ki holowa hana cha hi Ranji chun ipi seita it's a good road chi hitwa kanga koina hina aphana phat he atile cha chapang pa chan this is a good flute na hi chi hi theile aphana phat he te atia ma te ni chu conversation nei honta cha now what did Ranji do with the flute? He took the flute and examined it. He put it to his lips and blew hard. There was a shrill squeaky noise and a startled magpie flew out of a mango tree. Now after this conversation, Ranji took the flute, okay? And then he looked it for a long time. Ama hin ipibolam Ranji chun. Flute su ala intin na cha hi hoita avet lele intin cha and then he started blowing, okay? Anmut panta cha anmut pana hi le sound chu neu khat hung do intin cha hi chi a sound chun ipi ham vacha ho zong na mango tree ho akuna in khatna and then what did Ranji said oh it's not bad the flute okay not bad said Ranji. The boy had taken the rod from Ranji and was looking it over. Not bad, he said. Ranji hesitated to no longer. Let's exchange. A trade was made. The boy took the fishing rod and went on his way, leaving Ranji with the flute. Now after Ranji played the flute, he said that the flute is not bad. Alright. And then the boy took the rod from Ranji and then he looked it over and he said, oh, even the fishing rod is not bad. Okay, and then they made a trade. Do you know trade? T-R-A-D-E. Trade means an exchange of things or goods between people. Trade ti ting le mini thil ki hleng ho khuna. Tuwa chapang pa to Ranji flute to fishing rod ki hlen hon banga chana cha trade ki ti cha. When Ranji began playing the flute, the notes sounded lovely to him, but they startled people who were passing on the road. Vetau chilaya hi Ranji chun flute akila ta chuna akila pha na hi pita ma he started playing, okay? Ki che ma hi le flute chu a sound chu na ipiti tam ti le mi ho hi akin sa chu sound chu adan chu Ranji hin flute chu hoita amu thelo ham khati dan hi na. When he came to the clock tower where the bazaar began, he sat on the low wall and blew vigorously on the flute. Vigorously ti ting le chun it full of energy. Tha tam pita chahi people tam Ranji hin ama in clock tower ti ting le chun mundanga khu chi ting le hun in sang pita ta chunga punglin ta koi jiu kun he nuwam cho hu clock tower ki ti cha cha ko na chu bazar chu ki pana he na cha chu ama hi Ranji hi holai to wam ti le clock tower pung na noya chula na cha chu to wintin, and then he blew the flute vigorously with means full of energy. Okay, I can play better than that, said a boy who was carrying several empty milk cans. Let's see, Ranji said. The boy took the flute and played a lovely little tune. While Ranji was playing the flute, a boy came with empty milk cans. Okay, and then he said, I can play better than you. He said to Ranji that he could play the flute better than Ranji. And then what did Ranji said? Let's see. Okay. Ranji chu flute amut pet laita chapang khan hi hong kit nai chama hin na bong noi tin ho khuna a thei ke ho an ki choya hongin tin chen pi seyam. Ranji nangsa nga ken kamut thei zu I ati ta chuna cha chu Ranji chun ipi bol ta betauti ati cha. Let's see ati cha. The boy took the flute and played a lovely little tune. Now what did the boy do? He took the flute and then he played. Okay, you can have it for a rupee, said Ranji. I don't have any money to spare, said the boy, but you can have this necklace. He showed Ranji a pretty necklace of brightly colored stones. As the boy said that he could play the flute better than Ranji, he took it and then he started playing. Alright. And then what did Ranji say? Ranji said to the boy, you can have it for a rupee. He was trying to sell the flute. Alright. Chapang pa cha hong ki che phat na chana Ranji chun ipi sei ta cheng khat na ki cho the he flute chu an ti ta chana. And what did the boy say? The boy said that he did not have any money to buy the flute, but he can have the flute in exchange with this necklace. Alright. Aman pisayam chapang pa chun na sum kanai puye hi wangin necklace ti le hi na hi to hin ikilhet the he kapi the he ati cha. And then he showed Ranji a pretty necklace of brightly colored stones. Alright. The stones are very precious, said the boy. They were found in the mountains near Tibet. Now what did the boy say to Ranji? The boy said that the stones, okay, of the necklace are very precious. Necklace sa pitai song ho chulana asong ho chu song mantam hi vai ma ho chu chapang pa chunna mo hoi mana mantam he. And these stones are found in the mountains near Tibet. Tibet ko ma mul khatna hi na song ho chu ki mu he ti chu. Ranji knew the stones had little value, but they were pretty, and he was tired of the flute. They made the exchange and the boy went off playing the flute. Ranji was about to thrust the necklace into his pocket when he noticed a girl staring at him. Her name was Koki and she lived close to his house. Now, Ranji knew the stones had a little value. Tile Ranji chun hichi necklace sa hichi hi a sung ho chuna akana di umbe set pu ti chu he chu ai wanga chu ipham ahoi theji wa chuna sung ho chu. And then moreover, as he was very tired of the flute, hichi theile chuna achimbal phatna chu ama chun hichi flute to chun cheng khat chu aki hlet bi hichi flute to chun hichi necklace aki hlet bi go ta chu. And then the boy with the empty milk cans and Ranji, after making the exchange, the boy went off playing the flute. Okay, and then as Ranji was about to thrust the necklace, thrust means pushing something quickly. Ama hingang chala necklace chuna a pocket na ga koiding atile. He noticed a girl staring at him. Chapang khat nin nume chapang khat hin ahin vet amuta cho cha hi chapang nu min chu Koki he. Her name was Koki and then she lived close to his house. Koki hi na chapang nu min chu ama hi Ranji te inko ma cheng ho cho. Hello Koki, he said. What's that you have got, Ranji? A necklace? Would you like to have it? Oh, thank you, said Koki, clapping her hands with pleasure. 1 rupee, said Ranji. Oh, said Koki. To ahi pitam tile chapang nu min chu Koki ya ama chu Ranji te inko ma cheng na. Chahi Ranji chun ipisayam. Hello Koki, atile Koki chun. What's that you have got? Na til choi chu ipiham ati intin le Ranji in. It is a necklace ati chuna hi he ati cha. And then Ranji asked the little girl whether she would like to have it. Okay. Nadeyam nakila anumam he chu ati intin hi le Koki chun ipi sayam. Oh, thank you, said Koki, clapping her hands with pleasure. Mas ki pa awal be se na necklace o daisy acho. Kaki pa awali ati a khut abi eta chana. And then what did Ranji say? It costs 1 rupee. Lai chana whether Ranji chun Koki ko ma chu cheng khat man hi ati ta chana. She made a face, but Ranji was looking the other way and humming. Koki kept staring at the necklace. Slowly she opened a little purse, took out a shining new rupee, and held it out to Ranji. Ranji handed her the necklace. Then he ran across to the Jumna sweet shop and tossed the coin on the counter. Now, after Ranji gave the girl, after Ranji gave the necklace to the girl, what did the girl do? Koki chun ipi bolta she kept staring at the necklace. Okay, Koki kept staring at the necklace, and then what did she do? Slowly she opened a little purse and then she took out a 1 rupee coin, a new 1 rupee coin. She gave it to Ranji. Now after handing the 1 rupee coin to Ranji, what did Ranji do? He took the 1 rupee and then he ran across to the Jumna sweet shop. Ama chun cheng khat chu kila jo phat na chu ipi bolta Jumna sweet shop ma chu chi kitna na, and then he once again tossed the coin as he did earlier. Okay, jalebis for a rupee, he said. The sweet seller studied the coin carefully and said, always at your service, sir. He filled a paper bag with hot jalebis and handed them over. Now this time, for the second time, when Ranji went to the Jumna sweet shop and tossed the coin on the counter, what did the sweet seller say? He looked at the coin carefully and then he said, always at your service. Tu chu nga hina ipititam ti ahile chi cheng khat chu atha hi phat na chuna sweet seller pa jong chunna avet nin tin cha chi ipi bol ta he filled a paper bag with hot jalebis and handed them over. Ama chunna hi chi jalebi zo pa chun ipi bol ta paper bag nga hina jalebi sathet thet ho khuna het lu na cha chu Ranji chu pi ta cha. When Ranji reached the clock tower, he found Koki waiting. Oh, I'm so hungry, she said, giving him a shy smile. So they sat side by side on the low wall and Koki helped Ranji finish the jalebis. This time he could buy the jalebis, isn't it? With that new rupee coin, okay? And then after coming back from the sweet shop and reached the clock tower, he found Koki waiting. Okay, and what did Koki say? Koki said, oh, I'm so hungry. And with that, now Koki and Ranji, they sat side by side and they finish up the jalebis. Okay, this is all about a rupee goes a long way. And now coming to your exercise, turn to page 21. First, let's do exercise A. Mark whether these sentences are true or not true. Correct the sentences that are not true. Do you know how to do this? First, you have to mark the sentences that are true or not true. And if the sentence is not true, then you have to correct. Okay? Can you understand? If the sentence is true, then you just leave it. But if the sentences are not true, then you have to make correction. Do you understand? Number 1, the shopkeeper told Ranji that the 1 rupee coin was of no use. This is true. The shopkeeper told Ranji that the 1 rupee coin was of no use. True. Number 2, Mohinder Singh agreed to take the coin because he collected old coins. This is not true, so you have to make correction for this. Alright, for this sentence. So the correct sentence will be Mohinder Singh agreed to take the coin because his uncle collected old coins. Alright. Number 3, there was a lot of fish in the river and Ranji was able to use the fishing rod well. Is this sentence true or not true? If this is not true, okay, number 3 is not true, so you have to make correction for this. And the correct sentence is there wasn't a lot of fish in the river and Ranji was not able to use the fishing rod well. Alright. Number 4, Ranji exchanged the fishing rod for a necklace. This sentence is not true. So the correct sentence is Ranji exchanged the fishing rod for a flute. Number 5, Ranji gave the necklace to Koki and did not take any money for it. This sentence is also not true. So you have to make correction for this, and the correct sentence is Ranji gave the necklace to Koki and took 1 rupee coin for it. Can you understand? This is exercise A. Now coming to exercise B, answer these questions in a few sentences. As I dictate the answers for you, please listen carefully and note it down in your notebook. Alright? Let's come to question number 1. Ranji said to the shopkeeper, "Are you sure? What were they talking about?" Answer: they were talking about a 1 rupee coin that Ranji had. Number 2. What did Ranji find when he reached the river? Answer: when Ranji reached the river, he found it was dry and shallow and there was no water for even a small fish. Question number 3. Who told Ranji that he could play better than him? Was this true? Answer: a boy with empty milk cans told Ranji that he could play better. Full stop. Yes, comma, it was true as he played a lovely little tune. Question number 4. Why do you think Ranji took the necklace even though he knew it was of little value? Answer: Ranji took the necklace because he was tired of the flute. Question number 5. Koki kept staring at the necklace. Why did she do this? Answer: Koki kept staring at the necklace because she liked it. L-I-K-E-D, liked it. Question number 6. In the end, did Ranji buy the jalebis? How did this happen? Answer: yes, comma, Ranji bought the jalebis. Full stop. This happened with the 1 rupee coin he got from Koki. Alright.